Let's bring in General Jack Keane. President Biden agrees to send these advanced missiles to Ukraine. General, can you tell us what are these new weapons and what are they capable of, and are they a game changer?
Yeah, well, they're very effective rockets. You can fire 12 at one time or 6 at one time, depending on which system that you have. The range, as was mentioned in the introduction, is around 43 miles. So what the problem is that the Ukrainians are facing is the one thing that the Russians are doing well with is their use of artillery. They have more artillery and they outrange the Ukrainians. And that has been taking its toll. They systematically use this artillery to a devastating effect. And it's based on the artillery that they've been able to make these gains that Trey was just reporting on. So the HIMARS, these multiple route launch systems, have the range to reach that Russian artillery, particularly their long-range artillery. The artillery that we gave the Ukrainians a few weeks ago cannot reach the long-range artillery. They can deal with the other artillery. So this is very important in the war in terms of the Ukrainians pushing back on what is the most effective system the Russians are employing, which is their artillery. Their maneuver forces are having the same problems they've always had. Yeah. Poorly led, weak, low morale, not particularly effective, but the artillery certainly is.
In his New York Times editorial today, President Biden says he's giving the Ukrainians these new weapons so that Ukraine will be in the strongest position at the negotiating table. That's a quote. The strongest possible position at the negotiating table. Is the president pushing negotiations, not winning on the ground in Ukraine?
Yeah, well, I took exception to that statement myself. I'm glad you brought it up, Stuart, because in the past, the president and his national security team for the last several weeks have been talking about defeating the Russian army inside of Ukraine. And certainly that is the objective. And this statement is not that. This is having leverage against the Russians so that you can have a better position at the negotiating table. That is not where Mr. Zelensky is coming from. He wants to destroy that army and drive it out of his territory. That is the objective he's pursuing, and that is the objective we should be supporting in our public statements. Certainly by giving him these arms and munitions, we are supporting that objective, despite the fact that that rhetoric in the president's statement, I think, is misguided and off the mark.
Got it. General, Defense Secretary Austin reported planning a face-to-face meeting with his Chinese counterpart in coming weeks. What is the significance of that? Is it maybe an attempt to lower the temperature?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, everyone knows that this is our adversary. This is the country that provides a long-term security threat to the American people. There's bipartisan support for recognizing that China is a serious threat to the United States of America, and we're certainly starting to do some things to confront that threat. But at the same time, as we did with the Soviet Union for 40 years, maintain open negotiations and discussions with them. There are opportunities where there's common objectives. Keep the dialogue open, and I think that's always healthy to do. Secretary Austin has had a phone call with his counterpart, but he also wants to meet his counterpart in person, possibly in Singapore, and that makes lots of sense. At some point, President Biden will likely meet with President Xi as well, I would imagine, particularly based on, I thought, of a successful trip to South Korea and Japan to solidify that partnership and those alliances.
All right, good to see that coming. General, thanks for joining us. We hope to see you again real soon. Thank you, sir. All right.